Australia, this is serious. From December 2025, one small mistake on the road could cost you almost $1,000 or worse, put a life at risk, and most drivers don't even know the rule has changed. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the exact emergency vehicle law that's catching thousands of people out. The quiet update that affects every single driver and the real footage that proves why slowing down isn't optional anymore. If you drive in Australia, even just once a week, you cannot afford to miss a single second of this. Before we go any further, I just want to say this clearly. This channel is made for people exactly like you. If you're someone who wants the real updates, the truth behind new rules, and explanations in simple Australian English, then you're in the right place. I upload important topics just like this one, so you never get caught out by new laws or hidden changes. If you want someone who breaks it all down for you, not the government, not the news, then hit that subscribe button right now. It's free, it helps you, and it means you'll never miss the next update I'm about to upload on this topic. Go ahead and subscribe. This channel is here for you. Listen up if you drive in Australia. This is something you absolutely need to understand right now because the rules about how you pass emergency and roadside workers have changed, and they could cost you big money or worse, put someone in danger. From late 2025, a lot of states are making it crystal clear that if you see a vehicle stopped on the side of the road with flashing lights, be it police, ambulance, or fire, but just as importantly, tow trucks, breakdown assistance vans, or other indent response vehicles, you must slow down and give them room. And in some places, that means dropping your speed to as low as 40 kilometers an hour when you pass. Basically, treat any vehicle with flashing lights or hazard alarms like a live work site and slow right down until you've safely passed and are well clear, because those few seconds of caution are what keeps roadside workers alive. I'm going to talk you through what's changed, why it matters, and exactly what you should do behind the wheel so there's no confusion when you're on the road first. The big idea: old laws mainly protected police, ambulance, and fire crews. But over the last few years, there have been too many near misses and serious incidents involving tow truck operators, roadside assistance crews, and other people working on the verge. Governments and safety campaigners listened and started expanding the law set. Oh, that it covers these workers, too. And that's why you'll now see rules in several states that force drivers to slow down or move over when passing any stopped vehicle that's displaying lights or is clearly involved in an incident. Next, what this actually looks like in practice. If you spot a vehicle stopped on the shoulder with flashing amber, blue, red, or magenta lights, or if you spot warning alarms, you must reduce your speed and, where it's safe, move over a lane away from the hazard in places like Victoria. The specific speed limit to pass some incident vehicles has been set at 40 chemistry OH while you're alongside them. So, you can't just coast past at the speed limit and hope for the best. You must actively slow down and dow caution. Other states have slightly different numbers or phrasing in their laws. Some require slowing to 25 chemistry H, where signs or guidance specify that. But the spirit is the same everywhere. Give worker space and slow down. Let me give you a simple checklist you can remember. See flashing lights on the side of the road. Slow down immediately. If it's safe and there's a lane you can move into, do so. Keep reduced speed until you fully pass the scene. Only return to the normal speed. When you're well clear, and it's safe, that sequence is short, easy to follow, and it could mean the difference between a safe pass and a tragic accident. Now, why is this enforced? Aside from the moral case, we want to keep people safe. There's a legal and financial reason. Fines for failing to slow down or move over can be significant. And enforcement has stepped up. Magistrates and traffic authorities have signaled they'll penalize dangerous passing behavior because it directly endangers workers who are already vulnerable standing beside live lanes of traffic. The law also expects you to use common sense. Even if the vehicle doesn't have its lights on, but it's parked hazardously, or you notice people on the verge working under cones, you should slow and move over where you safely can. It's not meant to be a trick or a gotcha. It's simply a clear, repeatable rule for staying safe. You might be thinking, what about on a busy freeway where there's nowhere to move over? In that case, reduce your speed well below the posted limit. Put extra distance between you and the hazard and stay calm. The law recognizes that sometimes you can't change lanes, but it still requires you to slow down and take care. Also, watch for tow trucks and breakdown assistance vehicles that sometimes stop very close to traffic. They're doing essential work and often can't choose a better place to pull up. So, your role as the passing driver is to compensate by giving them time and space. Let's run through a few concrete examples so nothing is fuzzy. You come across a stops SUV with a flat tire on the shoulder and a tow truck behind it with flashing amber lights slowed to the designated reduced speed, for example, 40 chemistry OH. In some jurisdictions, move one lane over if you can and continue at the lower speed until you've completely passed both vehicles and any workers on foot. Another example, an ambulance has pulled over to treat someone, but there is also a police car with blue lights to control traffic here. The same rules apply. Slow, move over if safe, and don't speed up until you're clear. And a final example. You see a tow truck on the motorway shoulder with cones and a person changing a tire. Even if the lights seem faint or you think the person is okay, treat it as a live work zone and slow because people on the verge are exposed. People often ask if these rules apply at night or only during the day. Yes, they apply at any time of day or night. Flashing lights and hazard signals are the trigger, and that's deliberate because visibility is worse at night and drivers need to be extra careful. Another common question is whether you have to stop. No, you don't stop unless directed by police or emergency services, but you do have to reduce speed and take evasive action like moving lanes if it's safe. Stopping on a busy road can create more danger. So, the rule is about reducing speed and distance, not stopping mid-lane. Now, let's talk about the human side. Roadside workers, tow truck operators, and breakdown technicians are ordinary people doing a job. They're often physically close to high-speed traffic and sometimes balancing heavy or dangerous equipment. And the simple act of a passing driver slowing down and moving over can remove the risk of being clipped or knocked down. This is about basic respect and care for other road users. The rollout of these laws has also been backed by safety groups and motor clubs who've argued for consistent protections across states because drivers travel interstate frequently and a common approach reduces confusion when each state used slightly different rules or different signage. It created uncertainty, but the trend now is towards clear, consistent expectations. See light, slow down. I should also flag practical driving tips so you can avoid mistakes. Don't rubberneck. Keep your eyes on the road and only glance to check the situation. Don't brake harshly unless you must gently reduce speed and signal any lane change early. Watch for pedestrians or technicians stepping into the lane unexpectedly, and maintain a good following distance from the vehicle ahead so you have room to react. From an enforcement perspective, be aware that police often monitor these scenes and may find drivers who don't comply, and those fines can be hundreds of dollars. Beyond the fine, careless behavior can attract demerit points and even court action if someone is hurt. So, the short safety mantra to remember is spot the lights, slow to the safe passing speed, move over if it's safe, and only resume normal driving once you're well clear. Lastly, think about how you can spread the message. Tell family and friends who drive, especially new drivers or people who drive long distances, because a lot of these incidents happen when people are tired or distracted. And if you ever work roadside yourself, use high visibility clothing, cones, and the vehicle's lights properly so drivers can see you from a distance and react in time. These rule changes are simple to follow, but they'll save lives if everyone plays their part. Slow down. Move over and look out for each other out there.